say say your name and spell your name for me?
Nelson Moody, Nelson Moody.
Okay, and today is the 10th of November, and this is Elijah Gaddis here with Nelson Moody in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So we're just talking about when you began working up to the mill at Rocky Mount Mill. So when was that?
In July of 1968.
And how did you come to work at the mill?
I had a couple of friends that were working there, and I just filled out an application, and they called me.
And so what had you been doing before then?
I worked at a place that was putting in air conditioning and farming. That's all.
And so you said so tell me, just tell me a little bit about kind of where you grew up and that kind of thing.
I grew up out north of Rocky Mountain in the Whitakers area in Nash County, out close to Swift Creek School. And we farmed out there for a bunch of years. And I decided to quit farming and start working in Rocky Mountain.
And so about how old were you when you went to work there?
I was 21.
So you're young still. And so what was the mill like when you just started?
Well, you did everything by hand. And I was working in the opening room to start with. That was used to taking small layers of cotton off the bales and feeding it into the open hoppers.
So explain a little bit more about what that is.
It was a machine we were mixing it. Mixing the different type of cotton to get this length of the yarn that you wanted.
And so so y'all were working with the raw cotton basically?
Yeah, we started the raw cotton and made yarn.
And we're just talking then about the job you did and what you started out doing. So keep talking a little bit more about that, if you would.
Well, I was in the opening room, and that's what we call, mixing it, cleaning it, and that was all I did.
So how'd you clean the cotton?
That ran through a machine, and it was getting some of the dust, dirt, and leaves and stuff like that out.
And so how long did you stay working in the opening room?
Just a few weeks.
And what'd you move to from there?
I went from opening to carding. That's where you had something like a roll of cotton, and you would run it through a machine and get one piece out like a rope. But it was just yarn. Cotton. It won't mix, plaited up or nothing.
Right.
And from there, I went to what you call the drawings. That's where we were taking, I think it was 8 ends and running it and making 1 end. And from that, we would run it through another one drawing. We would take it out of the 8 ends per can, run it through a machine and come out with 1 string. And then we would go from there. It went to the roping machine. Well, we used to call them roping frames. And it would put it on a wood spool. And from there, it would go to another department.
And so did you stay doing that? Is that the work you stayed doing for years, or what else did you do at the mill?
And after that, I was section leader for a few years. And then I made supervisor.
So tell me what those jobs were. And you started when was it you started working in the mill?
1968.
Okay, 1968. Okay. And so tell me what it was like being section leader or then moving up to supervisor. So what were you doing then? What was that work?
The section leader was kind of helping the supervisor out with making sure everything's running in your area and keeping the machines running.
So did you still work production then, or you were just kind of making sure other folks were?
Well, I went on production then. I was hourly paid and made sure everything else stayed running.
And so when did you make supervisor then at the mill?
Then I made supervisor about 79, I guess. 78, 79.
So after you've been there about a decade or so. So so tell me, when you made supervisor, were there other African Americans working in the mill, or were there other African American supervisors?
Well, it was other African Americans, black, all the way, you know.
Right.
Was working there, but it won't no other supervisors.
So you came to the mill in 60.
When I went in, William Jones, he was one of the first ones up in the card room.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to answer this if you want, but do you think when black folks were first coming in there, that white folks minded working with them, or?
Well, if they did, they didn't show it. Not to me, no way. They was, a lot of them was really tried to make me fit in, you know. They made sure they went out the way to speak and, you know, to make you feel comfortable. Yeah, like I said, I knew some of them from anyway. And I used to hunt with some of them. And then a lot of them started hunting with me when they found out I could hunt the places I did. And like I said, the Bowers had this big farm out there. Our farm joined to their farm. And so, you know, I always hunted that land. But when I made sure that I didn't carry nobody over there but me, because their father, Mr. Bowers' father, had told me I could hunt, but, you know, he didn't want everybody on his land because he had cattle out there. And they were pretty curious about some of the places, but on the side that Mama and them farm was on, they didn't have no cattle, so he wasn't too curious about that side. And you can understand, I could understand why, but a lot of people tell me, he got all that land, don't want nobody to hunt on it. It won't that. He don't want nobody shooting his cattle. Yeah. and it's the same way now. They got ponds around, and why they let some people go fishing and don't let everybody go? I said, because you go out to leave a beer can, a bottle, paper, and you got to either do it yourself, clean it up, or pay somebody to do it. And he going out to cut those big tractors. He don't cut no tie for $1,000 tie. Yeah. Because he let you go fishing.